Welcome to the Average Joe Sports Talk Show, folks. I'm your host, Jay Real, and we're bringing you a Tuesday edition of the show. So we're going to jump right in because we have a huge weekend to cover because football opened up. And I have to say there was some big games and some really cool games, and we were really excited that the season started off. Now, we started out with Thursday night football, and of course, who can forget Peyton Manning's marvelous display and execution as a quarterback. I mean, he just sliced and diced guys up, touchdown after touchdown. And for fantasy owners, whoever had Peyton Manning, you had to have won your fantasy football league game this week for sure. But moving on from that game, we have to talk a little bit about Ndanukong from the Detroit Lions. This guy keeps getting in trouble, but guys, why? Why does everybody get so upset with him for playing too aggressive? This is freaking football. He should be ripping guys' heads off and spitting them out. He should be knocking guys into next week. My gosh, why is it that we're so afraid to let football players do what they're paid to do and knock people's heads off? I don't care if it's dirty. I don't care if it's, a little bit looked down upon because it's too aggressive or whatever. The guy's a freaking monster. He's a football player. He's played to chew these guys up and spit them out. Leave the freaking guy alone. So this last week, he goes a little bit low, blocks somebody, and he gets a $100,000 fine from the NFL. Now, he was looking at suspension because he's got some repeated offenses here. But as far as we here at the Average Joe Sports Talk Show, man, we have no problem with this guy knocking people's heads off and putting people in their place. They should fear this guy. Let's not forget, it wasn't too long ago when there were players in the NFL that were feared. There were players that didn't want to go against other certain players because they were going to get their heads knocked off. We don't have that anymore in the NFL. It is so sugared down. It is such a sissy league. And if I was 6'8", 6'9", 300 pounds, I'd go in there and start knocking people's heads off myself. But unfortunately, I'm on the lower end of the gene pool and didn't get blessed with these attributes to be a professional football player. But we love Ndanukong. We think he's a great football player. We have no problem with his attitude or the way he plays ball whatsoever. So anyway, Sue's going to pay the $100,000 fine, and obviously he doesn't care what the NFL says about his playing style. He knocks people down and out. And good for him. Keep it up, Ndanukong. We love watching your style of football. Moving on from that, excuse me, Tim Tebow is in news again. Why? There are rumors that it is possible for him to get moved on to the Jacksonville Jaguars team. Now, here's the kicker. Their starting quarterback and backup, Henny, these guys are not starting quarterbacks. Chad Henning has had many times and chances to be a quarterback. Their starter now, rookie last year, Blaine Gabbert, this guy's proven to be not a starting quarterback. They are horrible. So why in the world wouldn't they want to give Tim Tebow an opportunity? They couldn't get any worse, right? They cannot be any worse than having Tim Tebow on their team. They were taking pictures of the stands, folks, for this last weekend game, the first game opener. Half the seats are freaking empty. Half the seats are empty. No one is going to their freaking games. If they even had Tim Tebow on the sideline, they'd have people buying out that stadium. What is going on with the Jacksonville Jaguars owner that he doesn't demand that his general manager and coach pick up Tim Tebow? Even if, I guarantee you, Tim Tebow would take the player's salary minimum. He would take the minimum to get on this team, to get a chance to be a quarterback, and I guarantee you, folks, they'd make millions. This team would make millions, not only off of ticket sales, food and concessions, parking, but jersey sales and any other memorabilia that they want to slap his name on and ride that horse to the bank. It's amazing to me. And I'm not trying to sit here in front of all you folks because I'm going to be real with you. I don't think for one second Tim Tebow has showed himself in the last year and a half, that he has the quality and the talents to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. But what I will say is, when he was given a full chance, a chance to start and practice with the starting team, when he got a chance to play full games, not 5 minutes here, not practice 5 minutes there, but got full-time practice with the starting team, got an opportunity to start and finish games, the guy freaking won. No, if any of you out there can disprove what I'm saying about Tim Tebow winning, not saying that he is a all-star NFL quarterback, but found a way to win, and at the same time making players around him better, you come on here, you leave feedback, and I will bring you on here to go against me in this debate, because there is no way in the world Tim Tebow did not win games that he started and did not win games and produce some pretty amazing finishes, because we all know Tim Tebow would stink it up first 2-3 quarters and then pull off some amazing run for 50, 60 yards, or a pass where someone ran for another 50 yards to win the game, like he did again with the Denver Broncos 2 seasons ago. So any of you that debate that or want to challenge me on that or have information that says that is not fact, leave feedback comments and we'd be happy to go over those on our next Friday show. So Tim Tebow, should he go to the Jaguars? The guy's from Jacksonville. He won 2 championships with Florida Gators. The guy is a native Floridan. He would make that company, that team money. Now, here's the scandal. Here is the under the carpet type of hearing and works and talks we hear about, is that the ownership doesn't want Tim Tebow to be on Jacksonville. Why? They want to stink. They want to look bad. They want to be the lowest team in the NFL. They want their stadium to be empty and make no money. Why? Because they are hopefully, from what rumors are being out there spit around and talked about, allegedly, they're wanting to move the team. And what better way to do it than to look like fools, totally stink, totally not sell out the stadiums, making no money in Jacksonville. So why couldn't they move in that situation? You bring in Tim Tebow, that stadium's going to be full of people, as we said, making money, making moves, making noise, making buzz, and that's the last thing, allegedly, that this owner and team want, so they can get moved probably into the LA area where they are searching high and low for a NFL team. So those are the alleged reports and rumors that we've been hearing. Don't know for sure if they're true or not. Again, alleged. But it just kind of goes to that theory. Why wouldn't they bring Tim Tebow in? Their quarterbacks stink. They're not winning. They're losing already. They can't get any worse. That team just frustrates me. Anyway, excuse me. We'll have to sit back and see about that. Maybe by Friday we'll have some new information or word coming out of Jacksonville. Let's just put it this way. They're already looking for other quarterbacks that are around the league. I mean, my gosh, they're looking to bring in other players, other quarterbacks to try out for the starting position. Why not Tim Tebow, who's from Jacksonville or from that area? It's crazy. I swear to God, if I see Jamarcus Russell trying out for the Jacksonville Jaguars and they have not brought in Tim Tebow, I'm going to lose my brain, my senses, because there is just no way that they should be trying out these other quarterbacks when Tim Tebow is available right now to knock them out of the park as far as success business-wise. Football-wise, it's still there to be seen. We don't know if he can do what it takes to be a quarterback. We haven't seen it yet, but he did throw he did have 2 touchdowns in his last preseason game. So anyway, we're going to leave that alone. We're just a big Tim Tebow guys here. We'd like to see him get another chance. And I know you're all going to say, God, how many chances does this guy need? But we want him to get another chance. Okay, moving on from that. Matt Schaub and the Texans prove once again that the San Diego Chargers are never going to win. These guys are their own worst enemies. To be up by 21 points and allow someone to come back on you in your own on your own turf, your own home, your own court, that is just unexcusable. That just gives you an example of why San Diego Chargers are the biggest underachievers in history in the NFL. They are always underachievers. Every year they have a better team. They have good quarterback, good running back, good receivers, good defense, and they just find a way to lose. It's insane. It's totally insane to me. But they just prove why they're the Chargers, to let someone come back down 21. It's just amazing. Okay, that is our NFL news, and then we're just going to recap a little bit with NFL going into fantasy football. We had some really close games in our fantasy league. We are so happy that we ended up with a full 12-team roster for this year's fantasy. We appreciate everybody calling in, joining in. It's going to be an amazing time. We're sorry that you all got cut back on your quarterbacks, but there wasn't even just enough quarterbacks. That's just the way it went. So we're going to really have to dig down deep for this season in fantasy and try to pull out some really good games. But we'll keep you updated on where some of our players are in the fantasy football as far as team-wise. Right now, I did win my first fantasy football game, so thank you all very much. I'm not going to toot my own horn because I actually only ended up winning by default because my opponent forgot or could not put in another quarterback to fill his slot. So bad luck for him, good luck for me. Okay, now wrapping up, we're going to go ahead and we're not going to cut away for a break or anything. We're just going to talk real quick again about the Player Zone, our big sponsor, comic books, Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic, The Gathering, you name it, they got it. All your sleeves, boxes, deck covers, anything you need for gaming, they got it. They even got vintage comic books. We're talking golden age, folks, from the 40s and 50s. Just an amazing place for any of you gamers or nerds and geeks out there that love to collect, especially sports cards and memorabilia. They got it all. Don't forget to hit them up. They're located on Sudred Drive here in Ruidoso, New Mexico. You can contact them through their Facebook, The Player Zone, or you can go to ruidosomidtown.com, click on the Merchants tab, bam, they'll take you right to the Player Zone. The greatest place for gaming and nerding needs. Okay, then we cannot end the show without saying thank you to Right On Time Air and Delivery Service. They hook us up with the house, give us a place to do the show. Can't thank them enough. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Now, moving on, we have to wrap up Tuesday's show, of course, with the Magic Minute. We had a Type 2 standard tournament last Friday here at the Player Zone, and we have some results for that tournament. We have in third place Merrill Scott. He's a local player, actually representing Mescalero Apache Tribe. Merrill Scott came in and swept third place. Following right in second place, again, this guy's been hot. He's been placing in the top 3 for over a month. We have Pinky, another local player, stopped playing for about 4 or 5 years, just started up again a few months ago and has been knocking out the tournaments. He took second. Good job, Pinky. And then from Roswell representing, the Player Zone got players from Alamogordo, Roswell, Las Cruces, El Paso, anywhere in this area within a 2-3 hour drive. They're showing up to the Player Zone to play in these tournaments. And when no other player has been as hot on the tournament circuit here at the Player Zone than Robert Dronesfield from Roswell. He's probably placed in the top 1, 2, or 3 positions every time he's played in a tournament. So, good job to you, Robert. And then we're just going to want to wrap up with a quick info for the pre-release. Theros is releasing on the 21st of September here at the Player Zone on Saturday, 2 o'clock. Get here around 1 to pre-sign up. Now, there is some other information going out that is just as important about the tournament. The pre-release is if you pre-sign up by this Sunday, which would be, I believe, the 14th, this Sunday, if you get pre-registered for that, you save $5. So your pre-release entry fee will only be $30 instead of signing up on the day of the event, which is $35. Now, what they are doing is they're going to the old format where you get 5 packs and an extra promo pack to go with your set, your color, your choice. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be exciting to see it play out again. Then on the following week, I believe it's on the 27th, Friday, we are going to do a release party here at the Player Zone for the Theros release. So it's just going to be an amazing couple of weeks of magic. Next week we're going to go ahead and release some of the cards and give you some of our likes and dislikes for the set. What's hot, what's not going to be so hot. So we're really excited, folks. We just wanted to come to you, bring you a little information on football, how some of the games went this week. There's so much more, but we don't want to spend hours of your time. We just wanted to hit a quick little show for you today. So J Real's going to sign out. We will see you on Friday's show. Peace and much love. Don't forget to tune in on Friday. We'll see you there. J Real. J